game of the day. It's Renegades versus Optic. Renegades starting on the CT side. We'll have the buy for Optic on the T side. As you've heard me bang on a lot of during this tournament, it's very standard. See two smokes on the T side. There it is, Naf and Hayes. They normally go towards A, smoking towards the steps and jungle, flashing over, and maybe pushing towards CT spawn or jungle, depending on which way they're inclined. Usually towards CT spawn, I have to say. That's where you want to be ending up and trying to overwhelm and stop rotations. Smokes lined up. That's the one for steps. And here's the one for jungle as well. Flashes to be deployed momentarily. Got HE grenades to spawn, presumably as well. Two players in towards Palace, and here we go. The commitment comes in.
Commitment indeed. Tarek already in the site, smoked to jungle as you mentioned, so they've gone all the way through to CT. They'll fight for their corner. Aggressive, 4 players on the stairs. Bombs planted so they can see it from that position. They don't really have to do much else. Tarek will go back toward Firebox just to get information on entry. But Optic with fast pace. Impressive stuff. Nexa's got the kit. He lands pretty much on top of Aza. Puts him on 28. Bullet might have grazed him as well, but it's all set for the crossfire. The damage done early. Mixwell finding 2. JKS gets 1 back, but Aza's the main man who's going to step up. Kit's been picked up as well, but it's dropped again, I believe, down inside of the site. I'm pretty sure. It was brought over by JKS, but it won't matter. Optic's quick plant pays off in the end. Just 1 man remains, but it's Rush that wins the round.
Optic there. A little bit too easy for them, I'd say, towards that A-bomb side. A full retake set up there from Renegades. Coming into the 5-man unit from Jungle and the Connector as well. Obviously smoked out for a while. They got naded to oblivion at the start there. Naf actually the second nade as well. Could have maybe found a couple of kills with that airstrike. But still, Optic comes down to a 1v1 in the end. So a decent attempt there from Renegades. 1-0 on the T side now. We will have no forced buy on the second. We do like that. Just getting some upgraded pistols for the Renegades. Kassad knows what he's doing. Disciplined Counter-Strike came in, so get the orbs and all the utility in that first gun round. Mac 10 for Naf. And 4 rifles as well, so a lot of firepower going to round number 2 here. 2 Galils, 2 AK-47s. Nice slow run from Optic, no rushes here. Another thing we like to see. Don't run into a full stack, you don't know what you're up against. Get that first pick, and we'll see if Nafly with his Mac 10 can hunt anything out here in the B site. He's going to be calling to his teammates soon. The B site's open, no one's here. And you can see them on the minimap right now, rotating over in T-spawn. This is looking very good. He's got full control of the B site. Worked out there is no stack, and even if he lost a Mac 10 there, he could give the information and go back towards A. So this is a pretty low-risk play from Nafly. Got control of kitchen right now with the Mac 10. He's locked that down. There is a player towards short, though, and, okay, Rush deals with him pretty easily. That should be round complete.
Should be. Stranger things have happened. Bomb plant, now gets a kill. Gets a second. But will he get the third? And a fourth? But never the 5th.
Never the 5th.
And you still owe a JKS not willing to give away anything. No armor, just pistols. Want to try and get exits with their P250s.
Pretty decent round there from Optic. That's almost perfect. Slow at the start. Mac 10 in towards B. Worked out no stack whatsoever. Get the bomb down. And not drop a single frag. Doesn't get much better than that. But, like we said, that was pretty much full EK for Renegades. Usually teams force buy into the second, if you're wondering why I sound surprised. But they want to have the AWPs out. Maybe the double orb setup comes out early for Renegades. They could do that next round if they wanted to. That's one of the options you get from ecoing here in the second. Just 1 P250 purchase into the 3rd round here for the Renegades. $300 invested in total. I guess we've got a flashbang as well, so $500. Next with that. Maybe just a flash towards middle and face at the same time. We've got 2 in connector, 2 at short. Trying to get a couple of frags here. Very unlikely to get more than 1, but we'll see what they can do. Once again, Nafly's got in towards the B site. He'll call for his teammates once again. He'll be happy with that. Finds a 2 on short as well. Gets both kills. Lots of money farmed for him there. And that nade might finish a 3rd off as well, but Tarek's going to find it.
Not quite get the distance, but he will find another kill. It's Ustillo. He'll collect. Tarek will take down JKS. We go 3-0 Optic, not surprising.
Yeah, but they've kept
everyone up.
Everyone alive in the last 2 rounds. So that's not bad. This is not necessarily a bonus round because they have 4 rifles. They do have the Mac 10. And there are 3 players without head armor here, so that could be a bit of a problem. Nifty brings out the AWP. Not the double orb setup I was speculating about. Not yet, at least. But they have got 4 smokes. Incendiaries as well, and diffuse kits. This is what they're aiming for. It's not a really weak first round buy, and this is great from Optic. This is what you want to see. A first round execution off the bat when the CTs might be weaker. Just throw this in straight away. No messing around with defaults, just try and overwhelm them with the smokes, the flashbangs, and the firepower. Set yourself up for a bomb plant, and pushing through the smokes will be that MAC-10 in the hands of Nafly.
Smokes over. Jungle and stairs. It seems one missed. Didn't quite see if the stair one landed or not, but they put mid-site smokes so they can go for the fast plant. That's going to lock off JKS. He might go through the wall. He might just decide to go around this. He's looking for a gap in it. He's got a slight one, but he's put himself in the corner, which means he can't spot them on exit.
Mix wasn't beat.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that as well, but Haza gets the opening on Naf. I'd like to see more assertion from JKS in the situation. Good flash over. He knew Hayes had at least gone to Tetris. Still gets Rush. It's Tarek inside of the Palace, and JKS does, with patience, prevail to get him as well.
Well, there it is.
Mixwell just wanted to go back to Spain.
Yeah, he went all the way towards B and came short to Connector. He had 3 of them lined up, I believe, as well. Did a ton of damage. You see, you still owe a Nexa on about 20 HP each, but it wasn't quite enough. A lovely retake there from Renegades. Not going to be going down about a fight here on Mirage. That was a good first go round from them, but still plenty of money for Optic. Like we said, the last 2 rounds, they kept all 5 players alive, so they can definitely fall by into this one. Still, the ult for Nifty here. Yet the frag, but that's fine. JKS doing a decent job there. And they did keep 3 CTs alive there as well, so that's quite nice. Are we doing it again? Same tactic? Okay, so only 2 towards A at the start. I thought they're going to go for a set piece off the bat once more. This looks like an A split though. Bomb towards the A-round position, 2 going towards middle quite quickly. That's Tarek and Rush. As towards short though, and the AWP this time towards the B site. So being dynamic with that weapon, actually getting information that he's pushed the apartments, looking towards the underpass steps. And this will indeed be the A split from what I can see so far. Rush and Tarek waiting for CT aggression at the start here. Seeing if they can get an early frag. It's unlikely at this stage of the round, but always worth having a crosshair in place, of course. Smoke towards Connector.
Rush goes around the corner. After the smoke lands, they spot Nexa. Can't get the shot into him directly. You still owes the next one to try and set up a crossfire with his teammate, but Haza's going to strike from window instead. It's down to 3. It's down to less than that. He's back on the bench. Snaf gets a shot on Haza post plant. He's got to fight a lot more than just that. He's got to go for more confrontations, more exchanges to win in this round, because 4 players looking to get back in the site. Slowly, passively, they want to do so. Nexa backs off. He's only got 10 HP to work with. Mixwell, Nafly setting up. Oh, Mixwell had to hit that. Could have opened everything, and Nifty gets the shot in return. Had to re-peek it. Naf's left against 4. Bomb not planted. He's out of the fight just to get to the bomb as JKS wins the shot against Naf.
Yeah, I'm really liking this from Renegades. This is clean Counter-Strike from them. Happy for the executions to come in, not panicking. No one's taking single duels. They're waiting for the moment. They're actually getting back to the bomb site, facing challenges together as well, as they're not overcommitting from short. Nifty up towards B at the start, got him plenty of information. She pushed to B apartments and said they're not coming B, definitively. Concentrate on middle and A, that's what they did. He rotates in from short as well, finds the key frag on Mixwell. And now the money's starting to dwindle for Optic. You can see that coming to light now with Mixwell just on the Tech 9. Nafly still has the AWP. Orb duel at the start there. No one hitting a shot though. Will fall back. So Nifty deploys a nice sort of smoke on the actual windowsill itself of the middle area. Gets a nice gap to work with there. Quite a cool smoke, quite common, but definitely catches people out. And it all comes to a standstill. We do have grenades still for Optic Gaming. Rush watching the underpass. Hayes tentatively in T-spawn trying to stop any aggressive pushes, but that's not the system Renegades are presenting right now. This is just a classic setup, working together, good fundamentals, making sure they're taking calculated risks and working together instead of pushing up and trying to find frags. Rush and Co. not getting anything from this so far.
Nav's looking to the window, smoke down. He's still pushing exactly when the smoke's out, but doesn't account for the fact that there's 2 players there. Rush was able to draw the weapon again anyway. So he'll hit the shot. Naf goes back up the stairwell. They'll head to the apartments after finding a pick that's going to thin out the defense. 37 seconds, though, and they're going to commit to B. 4 players going down the halls. Nexa inside of the site to try and shut them down.
Yeah, good position just to get that 1 frag, stay alive, use the bomb site to his advantage. You can see him just tucked into the corner there. Difficult angle for him. Already do some damage. Doesn't find the frag as expected. Flashbang over there. Teammate though, Azza backing him up. Bomb drop. 17 seconds. Next to now, trying to stay alive. That's a difficult task though, but Nifty's there. 10 seconds remaining up to Naflight in the 2 versus 1. Needs to plant. Looking unlikely. That's a lovely incendiary. That should win the round by itself, and Naf knows it. Falling back. Really good stuff from Renegades. This is great. Really promising counter-strike for them after losing the pistol. They're actually doing everything they can to win the rounds, Matt. Instead of taking risks and trying to have to flash his frag to finish things off, that incendiary at the end just shows that they're calm and managing everything very well. It's going to be 3 rounds in a row for Renegades. The AWP is saved for Naflight. They might decide to force around this, which indeed they will. Hayes purchases the Tech 9, same sort of for Tarek as well. Rush has enough for an AK-47 and armor. Can't imagine this round works out for them. What's the play? They do have a few smokes to work with. 3 pistols, 2 rifles, one of which is the AWP. Nifty this time, watching towards the A ramp. Molotov at the window, and Tarek, he's going fast. He wants to go up towards short, or maybe even connector by the looks of things.
Tarek wants to go through with a flash. Timing is everything. He's in. Ustillo down. Molotov thrown out from under shadow at JKS, trying to limit them. He does force them over toward jungle, so they won't get any further advance toward the site. It's just next at JKS that have to hold off. Snap back. JKS gets 2, but Naf drops down, and he's gone. It's Nexa that has it. All to do, all to play for. No kit in his hands. M4 and a bomb plant. Molotov in front of him. Limited again. Naf's posted with the WP, and that'll be enough to win out the round for Optic. They find 4 finally.
Very fast approach there, concentrating on that connector position. See what Tarek's mentality was there. Molotov the window, smoke up towards short as well, just to protect him as he goes in connector. Good flashbangs used. The CT player waiting in that area could do nothing about it. Once they found that kill, exploding on the A site. JKS fights back slightly with the AK-47, but Naflight there to give the bird's eye view of the site and give information and hitting shots left, right, and center as well. Finds that key frag on JKS in shadow and finishes things off on Nexa as well. So good work by him. Actually, eco for Renegades after having 3 very good rounds in a row, I have to say. They do have money, 6k on Nifty and 3k on Azza, but it just would be a force buy, and I think they just want to make sure they keep their money strong here. As we go into round number 8, scoreline is 4-3 after winning the pistol. Optic take the lead once again. Not really much the CTs can do about this. They do a full stack towards A and hoping Optic a little bit cavalier in their approach and maybe just rushing towards the A site. They can have a crossfire. Bit desperate. Unlikely it's going to work out for the CTs, but aggressive here. Mixwell could find himself overwhelmed. That's a very good play there from the CT side, and this could be the downfall of Optic.
Ooh, that's a nice shot. Just over the edge, clips Snaf in the dome.
Oh, they're doing it.
Yeah, Nifty's got Tarek back.
That's a huge panic from Optic. Lose 1 player, they start running in, trying to get the AWP back. You know you've got an AWP. Maybe just go to the other side of the map. That's what the weapon is.
It's a good possibility.
Yeah, like maybe just leave that alone. Like, you don't have to get the refrag there. You've still got a huge advantage. You've worked till they got pistols. You see multiple players in pallets. Oh, just get out of there.
Well, they beat them to B.
Yeah, and they've still got something to play for in this round. 4-2, but they've given AKs away. No kits, of course, for the CTs, but they're coming in from apartments and kitchen. I'd say Optic have to fight for the frags here. We have got Rush in the kitchen ready to be flashed in.
He's going to peek it, realize they aren't there yet. Now, does that flash indicate that he is close? Do they expect his position? I say don't move. Oh, he does move. He goes for the peek. He could have waited. He could have let the timing favor. Hayes had the other angles covered off. Play off Hayes' information. Now Hayes is in a really tough position. Deemed to go down, undoubtedly. There's no way he picks up this and can't even pick up a kill.
Yeah, that's disappointing from Optic. I'd love to hear their comms at that point. After losing that first frag, what play was it to run in 1 by 1 with no smokes, no flashbangs? Obviously just trying to stop the AWP rotating in, but Azza just aware of that. Hits a lovely AWP shot. I guess they weren't expecting him to hit that, but at the same time, that was not worth the risk. Maybe smoke over towards A, keep the AWP on that side of the map, and just get back towards that B side. They called, there's multiple numbers here. This was unlucky, right? That's going to happen. It's a bit of a shame Mix was by himself in that area, but still, he goes down. That's not a huge deal. Let's get towards B and just win the round. Instead of trying to get the frags back and have some redemption, maybe just concentrate on what's more important. And then running into that full stack, like I said, that shouldn't have worked out for Renegades, but a big round for them and shut down the money here for Optic. 4-4, P250s, no armor, no nades for the T side here. Money's okay. You've got 5k on Hayes, 3k on 2 other players as well, so definitely can buy next round. A more conservative approach. No nades to work with, but Renegades looking to keep 5 players alive once again. Looks like Optic will just be exploding on the A site at a set time, probably like 1 minute 20. I said, let's just run in now. Hope for the best, boys. In we go.
In they go. Down they go. JKS, though, taken out by Rush. Nats made his way up connector. Wanted the smoke, but right call not to because he's got company. As is close. Checks the corner, nearly overchecks the corner and looks away too soon, but they win out the round. Renegade's going to find 5. They'll take the lead, and I do have to admire their retakes. You mentioned it early on that they're being patient and disciplined, and it shows again this time. Bomb plants aplenty for Optic, though, so they'll have money that continues to flow.
Yeah, plenty of money for Renegades for sure. Lose a couple of frags there to the hands of Rush, and the bomb does go down, but still, that's absolutely fine. You can see they're very passive here. Nice shots from Rush. Not really much you can do about that. With that long-range P250, very good job by him to enable them to get the bomb down here, boost their chances of winning round number 10. A bit of a brawl so far. Back and forth game. Renegades winning the last 2 rounds, but a full buy here for Optic. No AWP coming out from natu this time. Towards Palace we go, with the bomb as well. Actually 3 players there, so that's quite a heavy commitment. Make it 4 now. This is a tactic coming in, a set piece if you will. Maybe just a full-on contact play, walk out the apartments and try and challenge. Nice smokes deployed, let's go.
Go again. JKS still can't win out that duel at that same angle he's had problems with as they walk in from Palace. It's Ustilo that gets Tarek. So even traded before the plant, or just after, take your pick. Relatively even in timing. Taste waits at Sandwich as well. Smokes are down. All 4 CTs are going to try and work in from either jungle or connection. I actually don't disagree with the rotation back through vents. Now, is this going to be a save call based on timing or CT stairs? It is going to be CT stairs. Mixwell tries to flash. They do the same to him in return, but a Molotov, therefore, is easy to put down because he's called the fact that they're coming that direction. Nifty smokes himself back into it, but that doesn't do much. Great hold from Optic.
Very good round from them. Interesting strategy there. 4 players in the Palace area. Just choosing a time, getting out, finding that first frag, getting trades, and managing to overwhelm Renegades. I guess at that point they know it's been a very passive hold from Renegade side, so let's just get in there, shut them down. The AWP hasn't been that present towards the A side of the map, they're moving it around, so that works out very nicely indeed. Nice play towards the end there as well. Dropping the Molotov right in the corner there of CT steps. Smoke down as well. CT's had no real chance, spraying them down. Good work by Optic. 5-5 now. A Rush by the looks of things, and natu taking a lot of damage, down to 11. Lucky to still be alive, I have to say. Takes a face full of HEs and an aggressive play from Ustilo here. We haven't seen this yet, so manages to find the first kill and falls back as well. natu still low. So they change the setup completely here. It's been Renegades on a very passive hold every single round. This time actively challenging for the kills.
That's true. They've not done that much. Very passive on their holds, allowing a lot of plants, as we just talked about, but this time they get Mixwell down. Naf tagged to 11 early on the AWP. He's going to rotate back around to A instead. Rush takes the charge to try and work in first. Or does he? I think he's going to let natu try and find a peek instead. It's the smoke and the Molotov down at the top of the ramp to buy some time. Not a lot of time. It's only 7 seconds for a Molotov, and there's 54 still to go, but it's going to be fast from Optic nonetheless. JKS, he's either CT stairs or he's shadow. From the shadows, he finds only 1 kill. Gets the assist on Rush, but Hayes is able to trade that back, allowing a plant. Or does it? Not quite. Nothing towards CT. 39 seconds. And I think natu is just going to try and save this AWP, but 11 HP in 34 seconds. Watch the player in mid. Next, that could catch him off. I don't know that he's going to pursue. They don't have a lot of money, but
They deployed the smoke as well there towards CT spawn. Just didn't want to wait for it. It was very chaotic. 3-on-2 though. Definitely had a chance of winning that, but Hayes goes down with the bomb. Now fly low from those earlier grenades at the A ramp, and he'll decide just to save the AWP. Back and forth and back again. Optic. Pretty harsh reset here, but natu does save the AWP. He's got 3750. He can drop an AK next round. I think they've got enough to buy, to be fair. There's 7k on Hayes, 5k on Mixwell. Yeah, definitely buy around this AWP. The lead now goes in favour of the Renegade side. Nice to see mixing up the play though. Like we said, we've seen nothing but just standard holds on them and retakes, which has been great, but just mixing it up there, managing to get the aggressive play in. Ustilo, no, I wouldn't exactly call that a full-on aggressive round. They weren't pushing middle, but Ustilo was challenging towards the A round. We actually had 3 towards the A site at that time as well, so that was a little bit of a mix-up. Renegades might decide to push middle here. Here we go. This is what we want to see. Up towards middle, Azza. One of the aim stars of Renegades with the AK-47 in hand as well. Flashed off and legged. Same story for Nifty as well. Look at the HP at the very start. They haven't even seen anyone. I think those were both through smokes. So, sort of 5-on-5, but Renegades on the ropes this round.
very quickly on the ropes. Rope-a-dope. Wear him down. They would say, fly like a butterfly, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, but bees die when they sting, Henry.
It's true. But it still hurts.
Does it? It's kind of like an irritation. It makes it kind of itchy. Like hornets kind of hurt more.
They do really hurt.
Little bastards. One of them got me in the lip once. I was climbing up a ladder in a treehouse, and I realized as he landed on me, and I was like, do I jump off the ladder, or do I let him sting me?
Probably.
And I did both.
Oh, okay, nice.
And my lip swelled up to the size of a large grape.
I like the sound of that.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, that's weird. TaRiC in mid. He's going to go back down toward Connector, but Nexus got the headshot, so that'll bail them a bit because that's the ropes. An elastic effect. Elasticity? Tase that gets JKS, though. That'll open up the site again. Smokes down, gap in it. Az is too low on HP to try and take advantage of it, but he hits the bomb planter. 20 seconds. They should be able to recover the bomb, but can they recover the plant? That's the other issue. Hayes seemingly can. He'll go around behind the box instead. AWP in his hands. Manpower versus HP. Which prevails on the way back through.
It's Ustello coming from the palace area. This is the key play.
He's going to walk out too. Perfect positioning to take Hayes. Oh no! He does get him, but goes down to Rush. Thankfully, he found the kill first. Problem is that his teammates need to act swiftly. Next is going to get Mixwell. They know where Rush is. HP, that's still the factor. Look at the lineup. Oh, don't body block now. Rush could win this out still. Look at how low they are. Just one shot on everyone, but Az has had enough. And they've just got enough for the defuse. 7-5 for Renegades.
No one running away with this game. Every round seems quite tight at this point. Renegades taking themselves down, well, two of the players down to 15 HP at the very start. As I wanted to go aggressive, the AK leg through the smoke. Same story for Nifty as well. So they were already wounded before this round really begun. And go towards the A side, Optic that is. And a decent plant comes in eventually. But that backstabbing Ustello, although it should have been more powerful than it was, he gets one kill at least and sets him up for the retake. Certainly a chance for Optic to clutch that one out, but 3-on-1 does not prevail. Oh, bit of a smash test there. Let's take it easy. We've had that before.
It's Canada Day now. Be happy.
No more smashing. Ustello up in the grills, finding the headshots as well. Bomb down a ramp. And we're going to see quite a clean sweep this round, it seems. Renegades will be winning the half. Now Fly with the armor. This was a partial buy overall from Optic Gaming. Didn't really amount to too much. Clean sweep for Renegades. 5 players survive. It will be 8-5 now, round number 14. So Renegades, after losing the pistol, going down 0-3. They didn't force ban their second round. They've had a game plan going into this one. Retake to the start. When that stops working, let's get more aggressive. Let's start actually challenging and applying the pressure towards Optic. Looking pretty good so far. And you have to remember, Optic, they got that 0-3. They've only won 2 gun rounds at this point, so it's hardly been smooth sailing for them. Renegades have looked like the better team, I have to say. Warp out. Get a little for TaRiC. Let's have a look at the score as well. I thought TaRiC was having a poor game. 3 for 11. His aim doesn't look on point today. It looks actually pretty poor.
No, he hasn't really excited me in a while, if I'm being honest. Ustello. Okay, fair enough. There it is. There's the caster curse.
Yeah, right.
Pushes up middle. TaRiC trades back, but it's just 3 versus 3. No, I like that smoke. Is that one thrown? Yeah, that's the one that lands perfect.
Gives
I like
gap.
that. Yeah, and it lands on the windowsill. It kind of works as a one-way. You can see through, but you just don't expect it often. Good flash to get across it. Nah, I thought he may have spotted in there. Good push up from Nexa. The rush down immediately falls back. Smart play. But yeah, no, TaRiC has definitely not been the all-star that a lot of him touted to be.
Think about the CLG days, everyone's saying that he's the superstar of this team. It's the reason they can win games. And he has had moments like that in Optic as well. But recently, when this team's been in a slump, like he has been as well, like Mixwell, TaRiC, the names you expect to be on the top, just actually both at the bottom right now. 6 for 11 for Mixwell, 5 for 11 for TaRiC. It's not going to be good enough to actually get them to a major, unfortunately. Your star players just slumming it out at the bottom of the scoreboard. Good play by Nexa, though, pushing towards the B apartments, took down a key player. And now giving them the man advantage. Wants a bit more here. Now Fly will be found by JKS. That should be the round here. TaRiC, though, he's going for the ace map after we just called him out. Like he said, the caster's curse could be real. 2-on-1 situation now. 41 HP. Needs to plant still, of course. 25 seconds remaining.
Drops in. JKS easily hears that. That's the chance to surprise gone, and Nifty just sets up. JKS waited in the site to see if he'd walk around the pillar the other direction, so no chance for a plant. And yes, he gets 3 kills, but there's no money remaining on the terrorist side. They've got a little bit, but not enough to justify a buy, so they'll go for Tech 9s.
As you can see, 10 grand they could invest into this round. It is the last round of the half. tarek wasn't exactly an aim display in the middle, but he did get 2 frags. He's still out and has an aggressive fragging there, but his Nexa got the key kill in the B apartments. So tarek was on for the ace clutch, but couldn't really do enough. Nexa did considerable damage in that interaction. There's the war cry there from the Renegade side. Tech 9s smokes. Execution, this is very common. Smokes all over the place, flashbangs in, Molotovs towards the steps. Hopefully you can overwhelm and push through the smokes and find some rifles here.
He's already deep in the site. Flash through the smoke and a jumping Tech 9. Nafs burn JKS. Speed and dignity for Optic. As they curve their way into the A site. Ustilo's going to take back Rush. Maybe this is what happens when Rush is the strat caller. Rush, what do we do? Rush.
Yeah.
He's like Lopez in Red vs. Blue. Actually, no, he doesn't say his own name. It's Hodor that says his own name. Hodor, what do we do? Hodor. Rush, what do we do? Rush. This is sick, Nifty. Oh, my goodness. Oh, tarek, the savior. That would have been unbelievable if he just went for it, jumped in, and tried to fake it out. But Tarek's not fooled. Snuck around behind him and knew that he had to be inside of the smoke. 9-6, Renegades take the half.
They do, but Optic's still around the way at the end there with the Tech 9. Smokes down. They've got an interesting smoke setup. They don't use the smoke on the steps, and they do the deeper one on the jungle and actually in the connector. It means they can have a bit more room and lock the CTs out of having that cover the smokes at least and being able to find gaps. It's normally, everyone uses those same 2 smokes, right? The one that goes on top of the steps platform and then one to the left of that as well. It always has gaps in it. It always looks so poor. I actually like that a lot from Optic. That's actually making a lot more sense to me, having the one in connect and jungle as well. Just lock that area off with flashbangs and fight anyone that's there. But a very important pistol here. Upgraded plays for Azza. He's got the Tech 9 and armor. Smoke's being deployed. Next up, here's a player to drop the Tech 9, and here we go. Fast execution. Those are the standard smokes I was just talking about, by the way.
Azza's deep towards CT. Tech 9, 3 players heading his direction. Boost. No, not quite. I thought they'd put next up, but they're going to use a similar style of position where they're both on the ground. Aim won't affect each other, and they've got to line up 3 players, in fact, to line up, but there's 4 players coming against them. It's back and forth, both directions. Ustilo has enough of it. He's going to go the other way, take down Hazed, even though his teammate was flanking him out, but it gives him better position behind the box. Watch JKS, patience. Same with Nifty. Don't need to peek, don't need to force. Nifty's got the shot on tarek. Bomb's already been tapped. Rush all the way toward connector is taken down by Nifty.
Pretty standard pistol approach there. The common smokes, and then a nice snake set up there towards CT spawn steps. 1 on the trash can and 2 beneath him, giving them like a pillar of death, if you will. The CTs walk around the corner. It's quite an equal exchange until Ustilo stepped up there. Lovely shot towards connector. Managed to win the round for them pretty much. It's going to be 10-6 here. And no forced buy from Optic on the CTR. Everyone's starting to learn. I love to see it. So, PG50 and USPs are fully geared for Optic. Very disciplined stuff. As we enter round number 17 here. 3 rifles for Renegades. AK-47s, 2 UMPs as well. It's looking promising. No rush here, as in they're not running into a bomb site with no information. That was something that let Optic down a couple of times. Let's just hold up in the default. Wait for any aggression to start. Aim to get 1 pick with slow map control. Once you get that, smoke down, stay as the 5, trade out. That's all that has to be done.
Smoke to window fails. I had a feeling it did. How do they approach the situation knowing they're against pistols? They'll have confidence still, but they have to be slightly more cautious. Get aggressive inside of apartments is tarek. He wants to get closer, but I think they've already spotted him. Yeah, Nifty. I saw him jumping up. Didn't want to take the shot. Didn't really have the angle, but gave the information and then got the kill. A better shot from him. As he goes back through connector to find Naf toward A. Mixwell trying to be patient. Stillo, a decent little angle. Had to be slightly careful. I think his gun barrel shows more so if the players overstep that mark and can still get a headshot back at the edge of the wall, but works out for him. Hazed, 1 versus 5. Time to die. Time to die.
It's quite dark, but I like it. Yep, definitely time to die for him. 5 players up, as described, pretty much a perfect anti-eco there. Start doing some good work, it seems, in the coaching department for this team. Good discipline overall. Not too much to write home about. There was no force buy there from Optic. It's up against the default pistols, but Optic will be aiming to win that first gun round, just like Renegades did, with a full buy. It's quite rare to see both teams on either side fully kill on the CT half after losing the pistol, but I have to say I'm happy to see it. PT50s again, 1 flashbang. Maybe more of a stack this time on the CT side. Very difficult to imagine a world where they win this round. Flashbang towards mid. Go with some control here. It's going to be Asad going first. Aiming for the connector, it seems.
Asad trying to swing around. Takes down Tarek. Naf gets caught out in the mix as well, but Hayes is there to at least pick up 1 kill. That'll be all they get. Just 1. Renegades find themselves on 12, doubling that of Optic, who have a mere 6 rounds.
Pause comes in.
He's still going to wipe his hands, have a drink.
Yeah, he's got a little towel for him. It's like
Smart.
a real athlete.
Team towels, that's the next big
That is a
thing.
good one. Yeah, you can have branded towels, and you can sell them. It's like everyone needs a towel. If you're going to be good at CS, you have to have a branded towel.
Because
right?
then you actually can sell them to fans. So you get colored towels.
Yeah.
And then you know how you go to like a hockey arena and they're all like waving the towels. And they're giving her with the towels in the stands. Yeah, you could have like the maroon ones for Renegades in the crowd, and then you could get like black and gold for Fnatic. Yeah, genius idea. Thanks very much. Another idea someone will take from me and make money off of, and I'll lose out.
Yeah, I don't really think you can claim towels as your own.
I can, actually.
I don't think they have been done in the past. But we'll say you came up with it first here.
What if I make them myself and I sell them?
You're way too lazy to do that.
Even if ESL doesn't want to give me a tent, I will stand outside in my own little booth, and I'll be like the solicitor that's like, tickets? You need tickets? Towels? Towels?
Got a suitcase full of towels, mate. Got to shift them.
Come on over here, kid. I got what you need. I'll buy a van to drive all the towels around.
Okay, thank you said that, yeah. Anyway, let's get back into this. Shall we, please? Optic with the AWP out. It's going to be a nice shot from JKS, though. Nice and fast all day round. Looking for the second as well. And Justin Savage lighting them up. Very good stuff by him. It's going to be a 5-on-2. That was very, very good indeed. He's been amazing this event, has he not, JKS? Quite the player.
Quite the player. AWP for Tarek, Rush. M4A1S.
That's the way you do it, Matt. First gun round, get in the grills, nice and fast, and your star player in. 2 AK headshots. What are you going to do about that? What can you say about that?
Good shot, Rush. But bomb going off means another round of Renegades. Just a matter of getting some guns and rather keeping the 2 that they have alive in play. And oh, they almost do, but Tarek goes down. That's the AWP as well.
That's a big kill. And that's 13-6. Anyone who's just joining us, any Optic fans, this is looking bleak. This is an elimination game. If Optic do lose this best of 1, they're going home. But I would think that's quite fitting considering the way they've been playing recently. And I'm not sure there's the general complexion of the lineup itself. It feels like they're also checked out of it. Like they haven't got a proper 5 right now. They've just signed a new coach. He's not with them. It's just, it feels like it's all kind of falling apart. They need maybe change one of the players. It doesn't feel like Hayes should be there. He was the coach before. He's brought in just because Jason R left the squad.
Yep.
So it's a bit of a mess right now, isn't it? Overall.
Jason got out while he still could. Get out while you can.
It's a shame as well. This was a great, great lineup.
No, it was. It was very exciting. In fact, I thought it was going to consistently surpass that of any other NA team and maybe not be, you know, the team that NA's been waiting for, as Jason said, sort of in the SK video, the retrospective of the fact that, or maybe that was actually, sorry, that was in the America's Minor, you know, that the fans are so good they want someone to cheer up. But they would be more consistent than Cloud9. Unfortunately, those days have passed, in my opinion. Obviously, we see that now. We see the effects of it, and it was such a weird way in which it was done with the internal issues and, you know, the Nitro and Elige appeal. Stan heads over to Liquid, and then it just falls apart.
Mixer looks so checked out of this game.
I think he's checked out, period.
Yeah, I feel like if anyone's going to go, it might be him.
Well,
right?
I mean, so there's sort of a talking point in that before they won E-League and before they were in the ECS finals and had success and there was promise There was rumors that he was actually rather homesick and just didn't really see the justification in sticking around for Optic, see the value in it, and then all of a sudden they started winning, and he said, okay, well, this is worth it. So if they're not winning, you know, does he head back to Europe?
Well, he's on 7 for 16 again. Like, this is another shocking performance from him. Like, he's had so many of these recently. He's a fantastic player, don't get me wrong. Very, very good. Like, this is why he's over there right now, traveling from Spain, and got a great opportunity, but doesn't seem to be working out for him right now, and we're going to round number 21 here. Double orb set up for Optic, normally brought out in times of desperation. This is certainly something that falls into that sort of remit. One round for Renegades to find match point. Taking a lot of damage at the start. Orb shots through the wall from Tarek. Damage again inflicted. Next it goes down to 35 as well. This round should be an Optic one. Be a nightmare at this stage considering all the work they've done so far. Is this the formula they need? The double orb setup to keep their heads above water in the major qualifier. Renegades definitely a team that struggle to close out games. So we'll see if they can close it early, or do we go to overtime? I think that's definitely possible.
It is possible, yes, but stop talking like that. Chad said no overtimes today.
Based on what?
He just said no overtimes today.
All
and
right.
if you think Anders runs the simulation, Chad runs Anders. So there's some, oh my goodness. Oh my, I can't even make jokes right now. Sometimes the jokes write themselves.
Well, this has been quite a good round for Optic. Lots of damage at the start. Tarek, assertive performance. 4 kills, make it 5 with the AWP. Teammates didn't have to help out at all. That's not too bad. And Tarek took his total up to 14. So he was having a very quiet game into that round as well. Round number 22. Still plenty of money here for the Renegade side. Tried the hand towards B at that point. Took a lot of damage from the HE grenades and the wall bangs with the AWPs. Optic find a lifeline. Their first round here in the second half. It's currently 5-1. No time out from what I can see just yet. So here's the boost. Good play that. Tarek, this shot seemed nuts. I can't believe you still didn't find a frag in that situation, but there you go. B-bomb side did not work out for them whatsoever. Tarek finding all 5.
So 7 rounds for Optic. Double op setup, Naf and Tarek. Naf was a secondary opper as far back as the Denial days. Remember, he was part of the lineup that became Liquid. Excuse me. As they head up toward top mid, Nifty's going to try and make his way across. It's top box as well. It's not a bad angle. Knows that the smoke rounds inward, the radius decreases. Try and find that angle as a result, but can't do it forward window. No one's there. They smoke it off now as Azza works out from the underpass. He'll work into connector directly. Smoke at the top of the stairs gives him the position. Now he's just got to get the right moment to attack through and onto the A site. Watch for Tarek's op.
A split coming in. Double Molotovs give them some room to work with. The mix one and Naf shutting them down. JKS does what he can, but it's a clean round by the looks of things here from Optic. Just Nifty now. They know exactly where he is, but he's moving fast, trying to make his AWP shot work. It was close, but no cigar. Nifty probably just has to go for this kill. 25 seconds remaining. Should be taken down. There it is. Tarek with another very good round there. Finishing things off. Quite a clean sweep for Optic. I think we do have a game on our hands, Matt. Money not dwindling just yet for Renegades. Probably have one more full buy available to them. 14-8 as Optic claw around back. Maybe time for a pause. How do we shut down this double orb setup? Do we just go for the execution here? Drop all the smokes on the A-bomb side. Defaults. We're losing these picks in considerable fashion. All power for Nifty once again. And through that A connector, you could see how ready the CTs were for that. JKS coming for the apartments. Gets 1, but that's all they really get out of the round. Hey, towards top and middle. Does he go for the frag? Does he commit? Looks like it.
Stillo starts it though. Watch for Hazed. Because they don't know that he's here underneath of the smoke. They may expect and anticipate, especially now that the Molotov's down, and back off, which they have done for that reason or any other.
Still 4-on-4. I'm starting to get a bit worried for Renegades now. Feels like this could happen for Optic. They're starting to get in the zone. Tarek starting to show up with the AWP, getting more comfortable. 1 minute remaining though. If they can just find that round, number 15, the pressure will be relieved. JKS takes a deep breath in the palace. That's presumably where they'll be ending up. He'll be the point man to find the frags in the Palace position. He does it very well. We've seen in previous rounds what kind of plays he can make with the AK. Flashes will go over, smokes presumably as well. To unleash JKS onto the A site. Naf's waiting for them though with the AWP. Nifty checks every single corner. As the tension mounts here, the commitment comes in.
JKS gonna take the entrance, drops in. Naf doesn't have a spotted angle. Hits one on next step, but traded back by Nifty. So T-sided off, creates some space. They'll clear shadow, but that means JKS is held up momentarily doing so, and therefore can't watch toward the stairs where Rush tries to find an angle to fire back. Oh. Nifty knew he was there, tried to wait for the smoke to dissolve, and went for the up shot, couldn't land it. Rush stays alive, and Nifty gets tagged to 14. It is the AWP, but look at the tight positioning by which it has to work with that nade. What? Where did that detonate? That must have clipped the edge. It must not have gone all the way over.
Yeah, it did. It did.
That was an easy kill. That was a free kill. They might even think he's not there anymore because of that, because they know he's tagged. And Tarek, uncertainty will go prevalent, for Nifty, but watch for Hazed. He gets Nifty back. JKS in behind Firebox. He'll be able to trade back if Hazed doesn't anticipate that he's there. Does not. It's down to the one-on-one, and JKS, with positioning and the element of surprise, takes the round. They find map point.
There he is, JKS. They called him out at the start of the round. It's a frustration there for Optic as they give away match point. Wasn't the cleanest of rounds there, but Renegades get it done. Nifty gets that key shot from Sandwich. Like you said, if that HE grenade lands, that's probably a different round altogether. They don't have to check it anymore. They don't guarantee the frag. Nifty doesn't make that orb shot, and it was millimeters away. The grenade actually landed like a foot above the Sandwich position and actually kind of registered on top of the Tetris boxes instead of going in between. So Optic now, one orb, two pistols, but Nafly making it work. He gets the first shot on Ustillo. Might have a few rounds here left.
They might indeed have a few left. JKS, smoke down Hazed, playing aggressive at the top of a ramp. Slight gap under it. They spot each other as he backs off, so a flash instead to make sure Hazed can get to safety, but Shadow the obvious position. Does he shuffle back behind the boxes? Yes, he will. That's probably not a bad call. Nifty's going to work out middle. Again, they work out from underpass. Need to find the next pick. Pistols for Mixwell and Tarek.
Well, seems like Optic might have been enough there. Good flashbang, but not quite good enough. JKS somehow with the full blind spray takes down Hazed. Nafly, 3 kills in this round though. Keeps fighting back. Doesn't want to go down without a fight. It's going to be JKS with low HP as well.
Pistols are still promising because JKS is exactly that, low HP, but watch the positioning with the bomb. I thought Nifty, would go for the flank. Doesn't, and nearly gets taken down through the wall. We saw the bullet land. Nifty, therefore, knows they're going to be rotating and goes for the fast plant safely inside of the site.
Yeah, Renegades ultimately get another man here.
JKS is dead. That's easy from Tarek.
Here we go then. No kits. Nifty has to go more combat AWP.
Gets in the open. Good shot. That puts him inside of the doorway instantly. They've made it through the window. Or have they? Behind him, but he goes around the corner. Now Fly misses the opener. It's a back and forth affair to the pistol. Gets one, but Tarek takes advantage of the fact they're dueling and rushes to help his teammate. Runs to his aid, and it's now going to be the defuse and a 9th round for Optic. Money. Ooh, this could be close, you know.
They've got it.
All right. I trust you, Hank.
It's close, but he definitely got it. Oh, here we go. Renegades up against the 1 orb, 2 pistols, and a couple of rifles there. We thought that was the round. Nifty almost doing enough there, but Nafly, he says no. 3 kills of the AWP. They need to do just what they needed as we enter round number 25. It has to be an eco now. Double digits for Optic. That's when things start to get a bit scary for the Australian side. Rush there. Still doesn't look too happy about the whole situation, but he'll take it. Glocks across the board for Renegades. Nothing really invested apart from $200 on a flashbang. In the Palace. Notice bust out. We saw this from Optic earlier. Should be quite the clean sweep. They're not exactly watching the Palace area right now. Nafly is kind of changing things up and watching between Connector and Palace. The timers could elude him. But it looks like he's absolutely fine. Gets one, and the second comes in as well.
Mixwell, good start. Hazed get a plant, turns around and take off Asa, but everyone stays alive. That's not really relevant at this point in time. Optic's going to buy every round when they can. The good news is, I guess, in the fact that they have FAMASs and UMPs, they build up a little bit of cash to upgrade.
Well then.
You'd almost think you should just upgrade at this point. You're playing for match point every single time.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there. So Mixwell can buy the M4. 9 for 19 for him. Such a disappointing performance considering the gravity of this game. Famas as well. You're absolutely right. There's no reason not to upgrade them. I guess like they haven't bought nades just yet. So there's the upgrade for Nafly. Same sort of for Mixwell as well. So they do kind of adjust. That would have been a nightmare going to the UMP.
Yeah, there's no point. No point to keep it. There's no bonus. There's nothing to gain.
Yeah, because it's not like you're going to need the money after that, right? You lose one round, that's it.
Yeah.
I guess is the idea. If you do win a round and one player surviving, you've got cash to drop weapons, but still.
Yeah, I guess that is the argument, is that there's more residual, but overall,
you just want to constantly, let's win the round of 5 players alive. Let's aim for that, shall we? Instead of what ifs. 26 comes in. 15-10. Optic have made double digits. Round begins. Now Fly pushing up towards top and middle.
Ooh, gets the shot as well. He's got to be careful. He's locked against the wall. Nifty. Nearly got caught out by that, but Nexa is there and will be able to save his teammate. Smoke toward the window from Nifty. Will allow Asa back out from underpass. Same play they've always gone for. Event rotation from Rush based on the positioning thus far in the round from Mixwell. Excuse me, from Tarek. AWP at B inside of the apartments.
Indeed. Renegades, 1 round required. Asa in the connector. JKS and Palace is looking very good in terms of the setup. Hayes to Mixwell. Defending the ace side. Can they hold off this assault from the Australian side here? Asa lying in wait for his moment to attack.
Mixwell ready. Very passive. Tarek's got to be flashed out. He just goes on his own. No flash. That's going to catch him out because he's caught between 2 players. And Asa's in the sight. This should be it. That play from Tarek with no support from Mixwell could cost the Mix. Had to be more aggressive, more assertive. The smoke now in front of him. There's nothing he can do to try and prevent the plant from Nexa other than spray hopelessly with the M4. Tarek's hoping for a careless push. I hate going through vent.
Yeah,
he's been watching it, but it sucks to go through vent on a retake.
It's looking unlikely now for Optic. 2 versus 3, no kills obtained. Very disciplined stuff. The trifecta of doom set up by Renegades. Bomb ticking away. They have to touch it now and hope Tarek can step up with the AWP. I don't think it's going to happen. There's the first frag. We could be saying goodbye to Optic. Indeed we are. There it is. Renegades managed to overcome their nemesis and close out the game. And indeed, we do say goodbye to Optic Gaming. Who would have thought? Mid-2016, they look lights out, winning one of the biggest titles we have available in CSGO. Lose their in-game leader, and now going out 0-3 in the major qualifier. It's looking disastrous for this team, and I'm sure this is probably the last time we see this 5-man lineup.
Yeah, I think that goes without saying. I think obviously Hayes just kind of been thrown back in without JSNR here. How much life's left in his playing? Does Mixwell